Hello and welcome back to my alien roommate. Today we're continuing with Tuesday, so let's get right into it. This time it isn't the smell of burning bacon that rouses me from my sleep, but the sound of a loud crash. Ugh! My eyes fly open. What the? Ow. Here we go again. Enoch, is that you? Riley, help. Lying on the floor, lightly dusted in flour, is Enoch. He blinks up at me through unfocused eyes. Hey, Riley. Dare I ask what happened here? I was trying to make you some coffee? What? I know you stayed up late last night doing homework because of me. I felt bad. Coffee helps wake you up in the morning, so I thought it'd be a nice gesture. Do you even know how to make coffee? I've watched you make it before. How hard can it be, really? And how did this mess come to happen? It wasn't my fault. Not exactly. You have so much stuff in these cabinets. Can you blame me for knocking a couple things over? You're such a klutz. And now the kitchen needs cleaning. Again. Go take a shower. I'll clean this up. Sorry, Riley. Extending a hand, I pull him to his feet and grab a broomstick in the corner. He heads to the bathroom as I start sweeping. This has to stop. Don't get me wrong, it's sweet that Enoch cares. But every time he tries to do something for me, it backfires, and I'm the one cleaning up after him. Or you could ask him to clean, right? With that in mind, I resolve to put an end to Enoch's attempts at doing nice things for me, one way or another. Once the kitchen is presentable again, I glance at the stovetop, stomach grumbling. What should I make for breakfast? Maybe I can show Enoch, once and for all, how to make a proper batch of bacon and eggs. After all, he was so insistent on making them for me yesterday. Then again, I might not have time for a proper demonstration. I don't want to be late to school twice in a row. Not only did I promise Miss Fortune it wouldn't happen again, but it will no doubt give Felix an excuse to lord it over me with this perfect attendance record. And I do not want to give him the satisfaction. I look through the kitchen cabinets. There are some cereal boxes packed away up there, from veggie hoops to Sneerios to unlucky charms. They're a teensy bit expired, but probably still edible. I pull open the fridge to see what else I have and frown at the pre-made meal carton sitting inside. Leftovers from last night. Enoch didn't like them as dinner. He certainly won't like them as breakfast. Although he did make a mess of my kitchen. Why should I reward that behavior with a good meal, no matter how well-intentioned? Okay, leftovers, bacon and eggs, cereal. Well, I personally would eat cereal. Just on any day where I don't have too much time to waste in the morning. Not leftovers, like on a school day? And I mean, I don't care what Felix says, but yeah, being late to school again, not great, so Not taking into consideration that this might be a choice to make Enoch happy, cereal it is. Enoch emerges from the shower after a few minutes. I place a bowl of veggie hoops on the table before him. What's this? Veggie hoops. They're healthy, nutritious, and best of all, easy to prepare. I watch as Enoch scoops a handful of green-colored rings out of the bowl and into his mouth. With his hand. Not like that! First of all, no one eats cereal dry. I mean, as a snack you can. I pour some milk into the bowl. Remember, when eating cereal, add the cereal before the milk and never after. Is that an Earthling rule? No, it's my rule. Before I can stop him, Enoch dips his hand back into the bowl, scooping a handful of cold milk and soggy cereal into his mouth. Enoch, no! What am I doing wrong this time? What did I tell you about using spoons? But my hands are clean. We've been over this. You need to use cutlery when you eat. Again, how am I meant to know these things? Don't you use your hands to eat food like crepes and pizza? How should I know what to eat with my hands and what not to? It's in a bowl. Think of it like soup. You don't eat soup with your hands, do you? You put chips and grapes in bowls, don't you? It's not the same. You humans have so many rules. Don't do this, don't say that, don't eat like this, don't talk like that. How's an alien supposed to remember everything? Just use a spoon. I mean, he's not wrong, how is he supposed to know? But then again, don't make a fuss about it, We eat in silence for a bit. Once we're both finished, I take Enoch's dish from him and decide now's the time to speak up. About this insistence of yours on trying to do something for me? Enoch flinches, clearly expecting another lecture. Reprimand him, thank him. I mean, it's a combo. If I thank him, am I still gonna be stern about it? Because he is trying to be nice. Thank you. Huh? You were trying to do something nice and it's a thought that counts, so I'll look past the mess for today. Okay, thanks Riley. Again, I'm really sorry for the mess. Why don't we have a proper cooking lesson sometime? That way you can learn how to cook and you won't cause another accident the next time you try and make something for me. You'll teach me? Really? Sure, when we have time. I always have time. In fact, let's start right now. Now, but... With a grand sweep of his arms, Enoch knocks the dirty dishes off the countertop and into the sink with a resounding crash. He beams at me, presenting the empty countertop to me with pride. I have school? Oh, right. Which means more of me staying home alone. Got it. Oh, don't be like that. I just took you out last night. Didn't you have fun? Yeah, I guess I did. And I let you roam around the neighborhood by yourself yesterday, so don't act like I never let you do anything on your own. Okay, that's true. Grabbing my bag, I pat Enoch on the back as I move to the door. I'll see you after school, okay? Don't get into too much trouble without me. Don't you worry, Riley, I would never dream of such a thing. Or would I? I was about to say I'm not convinced, but okay. Wow, thanks for liking that I'm on time. Sorry, it's... I knew it, but it still makes me laugh. Thankfully, I make it to school on time. I stick my tongue out at Felix as I pass him, because it's obvious he was hoping to lecture me again had I shown up late twice in a row. Very mature. Morning. My stomach chooses that moment to let out a low growl. Someone's hungry. Let's just say I didn't have the heartiest of breakfasts. There was an incident in my kitchen. Another kitchen incident? Should we be worried? What even are these incidents you keep having? Have you been burning your breakfasts? No. Well, yes actually, but that was yesterday. And it wasn't my fault, it was... your roommate. Let me guess, he doesn't know how to cook either. He's not very kitchen savvy. Certainly hasn't stopped him from trying. And yet you let him make you breakfast 2 days in a row. I didn't make him do it, he just did it of his own accord. Is that so? This little love story just got a bit more interesting. Oh, Cat. Making breakfast for a girl is a super gentlemanly move, you know. Listen, I get it. I appreciated the gesture, even if it meant more work for me, so I thanked him for it. I told him I'd teach him how to cook some other time. The right way. So, a hands-on, one-on-one lesson with just the two of you in a cramped kitchen? Must you turn every interaction with my roommate into something flirtatious? Because sweating over a stovetop isn't my idea of romance. The point is, you're twisting his kindness into something it's not. He's just trying to be nice. A little too nice. That's not what's on Enoch's mind. It's not. Is it? You never know. We're about an hour or so into math class when a knock on the door interrupts Miss Fortune mid-sentence. In walks the principal, much to everyone's surprise. Principal Palmer. Class, please rise. We all stand to greet the principal, with Felix bowing so low that his glasses slip right off his face and onto the floor. Oh no. Thank you, class. Please sit. I'm here to inform you all that a new student is joining you today. Uh-oh. That's quite sudden. Why wasn't I informed? Last-minute decision. Paperwork got lost in the mail, you know. That sort of thing. Miss Fortune doesn't look very convinced. Not to worry. I've cleared it with administration, so it's all taken care of. Very well. What? Wait. Oh, the principal is a... Oh, I'm sorry. Very well, ma'am. Are they here now? He is. I just wanted to add that he's from out of town, so he doesn't know a lot of things. Please be nice and give him a warm welcome. Wait a second. Out of town? Doesn't know a lot of things? A warm welcome? Wait, there's nothing suspicious about that part. But everything else... Why does that sound suspiciously like... Hi, I'm Enoch. Son of a... I feel Lucas and Kat's eyes on me, even as everyone else claps a half-hearted welcome for Enoch, who stands beside Miss Fortune. Is that? Yep, that's him. I thought you said he wasn't coming to school. What's your roommate doing here? Don't you all want to know? Gee, I sure wish I knew. Welcome to class, Enoch. Before you sit, perhaps you'd like to say a few words about yourself? Sure, I'm... Oh boy. Enoch meets my eyes and I glare back at him, hoping my face adequately conveys a "what the hell are you doing here" expression. My name's Enoch. Yes, dear, we know. But is there anything else you'd like to say? I like crepes? Okay. Why don't you tell everyone where you're from, Enoch? Enoch blanks out for a few more seconds. I'm from... the Bahamas? I resist the urge to facepalm. So, is Exalia the name of some obscure island village in the Bahamas, or...? Yes? That doesn't seem right. Enoch, why don't you take a seat over there, behind Riley? I'd love to. Enoch moves to take a seat, shooting friendly waves at people as he walks past them. Eventually, he sinks into the seat behind me and meets my eyes with his characteristically sunny expression, even as I sit there fuming. Before he can get a word out, I'm hissing at him. What the hell are you doing here? Hello to you too, Riley. Enoch. You're not supposed to be here. But I really wanted to come to school with you. And now I can. I'm a student, just like you. Isn't that wonderful? It most certainly is not. What the hell, Enoch? Riley, I told you I couldn't take being stuck in that apartment any longer. Do you have any idea how boring it is, doing nothing but waiting for you to come home? That doesn't make this okay. How can you... I stop short when I realize Kat and Lucas are listening in on our heated whispers with rapt attention. Oh, hi. So, you're Riley's new roommate, are you? That's me. You know, after everything Riley told us yesterday, I wasn't sure what to expect. But somehow, you totally fit the description she gave us. Yeah, so there you go. This is my roommate, Enoch. Nice to meet you, Enoch. The name's Kat, short for Kathleen. But no one calls me that, so please don't. Kat? The soccer menace? The what? He doesn't know what he's talking about. Just ignore him. So, the three of you are best friends? I guess you could say that. You guess? Kat, we've been friends for over 10 years. And yet it always feels like we're one Monopoly game away from becoming bitter enemies. You are? Wait, what's Monopoly? I'm kidding. Of course we're best friends. Oh, that's good. I don't want to have enemies on the first day of class. Since you're not, we can all be friends. Why would us being enemies mean you'd have enemies too? Well, Riley's my roommate, so any enemy of hers would have to be an enemy of mine too. Aww, for all this talk of bitter enemies, that's surprisingly sweet. Riley, your roommate's gonna brand a total stranger an enemy right off the bat just because they're your enemy too? Talk about loyalty. Yeah, I suppose so. I'm not feeling much loyalty from Enoch at the moment, showing up without warning like this. You don't have to worry about us, Enoch, but if it's bitter enemies of Riley you wanna watch out for, there is one person you ought to... Misfortune, Cat and Riley won't stop talking. Speak of the devil. Quiet down, you two. Yes, ma'am. Cat scowls fiercely at Felix's back as soon as Misfortune looks away. Teacher's pet. I mean, he's not wrong. I cast Enoch the evil eye. He smiles innocently back at me, acting like he hasn't committed a vile betrayal of my trust by somehow sneaking his way into school. We'll talk about this later, understand? Of course. Unbelievable. Lucas and Kat are still with us when we queue for food at the cafeteria, so I can't rip Enoch just yet. I can only fume silently behind him as he moves down the line, holding a tray out to get food. What's this? He picks up a cookie one of the cafeteria vendors has put on his tray and sniffs it warily. You don't know what a cookie is? No. Is it good? A life without cookies? You're breaking my heart, Enoch. I assure you his life is no less enriched in the absence of cookies. Now, if you'll excuse us. As soon as we're out of the queue, I drag Enoch away to a secluded part of the cafeteria, waving Lucas and Kat on ahead. Ow, Riley, that hurts. Oh, sorry. Wait, no, I'm not. Why the heck am I apologizing? You're the one who should be apologizing. What are you doing here, Enoch? How did you even get here? You already know why I'm here, Riley. What better place to learn about Earth than in a school, the best learning environment there is. But how? You still haven't told me how you got here. I walked. Enoch, I swear. Alright, I'm sorry, okay? Don't be mad. Where'd you get your entrance papers, or your registration, or your whatever? How'd you convince the principal and administration that you were a student? I can't tell you. What? Why not? I just can't. Enoch? Riley? You're really not gonna tell me? He sighs heavily. It's not that I don't want to, I just can't tell you. But I didn't do anything illegal or dangerous to be allowed in. Honest. How will I know you're telling the truth when you won't even tell me what you did? You know I'll assume the worst. True to form, my imagination has kicked into overdrive. Did he wipe the principal's memory with some sort of memory altering device like in Women in Black? Wrong movie. Did he murder the principal and create an alien doppelganger to walk around wearing her skin like in The Things? Whatever you're imagining is much worse than what actually happened. Did he just read my mind? And I'm not reading your mind, Riley. Get out of my head! Seriously, I'm not. I can just tell what you're thinking because the look on your face says it all. You really can't tell me? I'm sorry. He doesn't look like he's going to budge on this. What could he possibly have done that's so secretive he can't even tell me, the one person on Earth who knows his secret? Yeah, that's making me curious too now. Is it just some alien thing, or is it even more harmless than you think? Weird. Okay, whatever. If you're here, then you're here. There's nothing I can do to change that, so... Welcome to school? Yay! I wouldn't celebrate too much if I were you. Attending school isn't something normal people look forward to. I did. Well, when I was a wee little kid, I was really excited to start school. It didn't hold on for too long, I guess. That is, unless you're Felix, although I did specify normal people. Hey. What's wrong with Felix? He's a weirdo, but enough about him. I don't want to talk about him any more than we already have. We've barely talked about him at all. That was less than 3 sentences. 3 sentences is 3 sentences too many. Before we sit with Lucas and Kat, do you remember what I told you yesterday? That I had to tell them things about you which weren't exactly true? They were curious to know things like where you're from and why you left home. And you told them? Sure, they were taken aback at first, but they took it surprisingly well. What? Of course I didn't tell them, you dope. I made something up to divert suspicion away from you. I have no idea how well it worked. So, what did they ask you? To start, they asked where you were from. Lucas was curious why you didn't know how to shake someone's hand. And what did you tell them? I suppose it doesn't matter now, considering you told the whole class you were from the Bahamas. Sorry about that. I wasn't sure what to say. Did you tell them anything else? They also asked how long you'd be staying in San Angeles and what you were here for. I told them you ran away from home. I mean, it's the truth, isn't it? That's fair. At least I won't have to lie about that. Did they ask anything else? Yes, there's more. No, that's all. I'm not sure. Did they ask anything else? I mean, we were talking about him running away from home because of his family situation. I'm not sure if she's referring to, I don't know, like us being more than roommates. I don't think that's really the topic. I'm really not sure right now, but I don't know, I feel like yes, there's more. Is this the true one? Like we don't want to miss out on anything and create a difficult situation later, which of course there'll be some, but I'll go with this one. Okay. Yeah, they asked how you and I know each other. Right, that was it. I told them we're pen pals. Basically, it means we wrote letters to each other for a few years, despite never meeting in person. Think of it as a long-distance friendship. A few years? How many years were we pen pals? 3, 4, 5 or 6... Oh, did we say before how long it was? Oh no. Or are we just making it up on the spot? Now I really don't remember. Did we say more than how many years it was? Okay. I don't remember. I'm leaning towards 5. Or was it? Oh dear, 4 or 5? Okay, with 4? About 4 years. Oh god. Did they ask anything else? Was there more? I mean, we have the option, so... Okay. Yeah, Lucas wanted to know why I wouldn't let you roam around the neighborhood by yourself yesterday. At least not until I changed my mind. I told them the truth. You're new to the city and I don't want you wandering around on your own and getting lost. Well, I'm thankful you decided to trust me in the end. Did they ask anything else? Oh god, I don't know. I guess. Oh. There should be something I'm forgetting, but I can't remember. Wait. Why does this get a minus? Dang it. What? How can you not remember? I don't have a perfect memory, alright? Well, what do I say if they ask me something I should know, but I don't? Well, that will happen anyway, so... They're gonna realize everything you told them is a bunch of lies. They'll figure out I'm a fraud. They'll figure out I'm not really human. I'll be exposed as an alien in disguise. And my adventures as your alien roommate will be over. Alright, I get it, jeez. Look, there'll be very few scenarios where you end up alone with either of my friends. It's not like they're gonna interrogate you. If you slip up and say something fishy, I'll be there to bail you out. Well, if you say so. Joining Lucas and Kat at their table, we find them finishing up an impromptu thumb war. A triumphant Kat pumps a fist in the air as she plucks Lucas' sandwich from his tray as a prize. What are you doing? Taking what's rightfully mine. Your fingers are longer. No fair. Don't be a sore loser. Come on and sit down already, you two. Your lunches aren't gonna eat themselves. Kat takes a big bite out of her sandwich, formerly Lucas, as we take our seats. Her emerald green eyes are fixed on Enoch, sparkling with curiosity. Whoa. What's with this dark energy at the table all of a sudden? We've heard a lot about you, Enoch. Yeah, a whole lot. Oh no. Oh, have you? All good things, I'm sure. You don't mind if we ask you some questions, do you? Of course not. Fire away. Stay strong, Enoch. Stay strong. Now, I'd like to know how long you'll be in school for, Enoch. I don't know. Until the end of the year? How'd you and Riley become roommates anyway? She's never told us about you before. Heck, if Lucas hadn't run into you yesterday, we might never have known you even existed. Well, we've always talked about becoming roommates if I ever came to San Angeles. And by talked, I mean we'd write to each other about it. You know, because we're pen pals. And you've been pen pals for how long again? Oh no. 4 years. Dang it, it was 5. My instinct was right. Oh no. I thought you'd been pen pals for 5 to 6 years. Oh, Enoch's just misremembering. No, I'm not. You're the one who told me to say we've been pen pals for 4. Oh, I mean, yes. We've been pen pals for 5 to 6 years. No more, no less. Riley didn't tell me anything. Oh boy. Okay. We're screwed. Honestly, I'm impressed you two kept in contact for so long. If I don't see someone face to face on a daily basis, I'd just let the friendship go. So, if we ever drift apart once we enter the workforce, you're just gonna forget Riley and I exist? Pretty much, yeah. Always nice knowing how important we are to you, Kat. If the two of you are staying in Riley's apartment, doesn't that make you flatmates and not roommates? I mean, they're basically the same thing, plus roommates has a better ring to it. Not afraid of tongue waggings? What? Not afraid of tongues wagging? There's nothing wrong with a boy and girl having a strictly platonic relationship as roommates, but I have to admit it's pretty uncommon. What's with this constant insinuation that there's something more than meets the eye with me and Enoch? Technically we are hiding something, just not what people think we're hiding. Enoch, tell us, what's it like being Riley's roommate? It's great. She's the best roommate a guy could have asked for. Is that so? What's so great about her? Rude, I'm sitting right here. Well, for one thing, Riley handles all my meals. She's a great cook. So I've heard. Speaking of cooking, did Riley enjoy the breakfasts you made her? Such a kind, gentlemanly gesture. I side-eye Kat, but she pretends not to notice. Well, I didn't get the chance to cook today. But I made bacon and eggs yesterday. Correction, you tried to. Making bacon and eggs and trying to make them, then failing miserably, are two very different things. Oh, don't poo-poo all over his efforts, Riley. Why'd you gotta knock a guy when he's down? At least he tried to make you something. You should be grateful. Is it over? Is the interrogation done? All in all, that did not go as I'd hoped, but about as well as I'd expected. We eat in silence for a while, until Enoch breaks it again. What was with that boy in class earlier? Who? Metal Mouth? Is that his name? Not exactly. That was Felix. Yeah, we're not exactly fond of him. Why not? How do I put this nicely? He's a bit of a bootlicker. He licks boots? Gross. Why? No, I mean, he's a total suck-up. He licks ants? Oh no. Just talk normally. Oh my god. He licks and sucks? What does he suck? He doesn't suck anything. Now I'm just confused. Rightfully so. I look to Lucas and Kat to rescue me. Don't look at me, you're doing great. I'll handle this, Riley. Kat turns to Enoch with a winning smile. We don't like Felix because he's a conceited, narcissistic, egotistical little know-it-all who sucks up to the teachers to make up for the fact that he has no friends. So much for putting it nicely. Hey now, don't hold back. Tell us how you really feel. Well, if you insist. Kat's subsequent rant is so riddled with vulgarities that were I to bleep out every curse word, it'd sound more like Morse code than English. My ears! how many of those words did you even understand? Enough. Guy aces a couple exams and suddenly thinks he's hot stuff. Someone has to put him in his place. Right, Riley? Yeah, she's not wrong. I would have just, put it a little nicer. Not for Felix's sake, mind you, but for Enoch's. Also, it should be noted that Felix doesn't just ace a couple exams. He's aced them all. Felix transferred to our school a year and a half ago, and he's held the position as the school's top student ever since. His only real contender, and I don't mean to brag, unlike him, is me. I've always come closest to beating him, but the most I've done is match him score for score. I've heard rumors that he studies feverishly several hours a day in order to maintain his academic ranking. Which is probably why he's never liked me. He knows I don't make a big fuss about my studies, yet exams have never given me much trouble. So I would get that he is mad at Riley, because he has to work for it and for her it just comes naturally and she probably doesn't, makes the impression of not really caring that much, and for him it's a lot of work. So I can understand why that would tick him off. But for Riley, it's just that he's better. I don't know. I don't get such rivalries anyway. I performed just fine after a few cram sessions with Lucas and Kat. Better, in fact, than the majority of students who need to burn the midnight oil to keep going. It's the main reason behind our rivalry. Though, frankly speaking, Felix gets on everyone's nerves anyway. He just has it out for me more than anyone else. Kat is the only exception, as she's apparently made it her goal to get him to dislike her as much as he does me. It's always class president this and class president that with him. The guy acts like he's nothing without his title. So, yeah. We don't like Felix because he's aloof, arrogant, antisocial, and always walks around with a chip on his shoulder. Why? In case he gets hungry? What? And how does he keep it balanced up there? Please ignore him. If he's so unpopular, how did he become class president? I was under the impression that students voted to elect their class presidents. Well, Miss Fortune nominated a couple candidates, but Felix was the only one genuinely interested. Plus, much as I hate to say it, there's no denying he's good at his job. He's always the first to update the class with any administrative affairs, to remind everyone when there's a form that needs signing or a deadline fast approaching. He's a good class president, just not a good classmate, if that makes sense. Does he really not have any friends? Like, at all? None that we know of. I feel a little bad for him. Same, honestly. Okay, so calling him out to, or ratting on them in class, that's like a no-go. You don't do that. But otherwise, I don't know, sounds a bit like he's treated unfairly. Why? He sucks. You don't feel sorry for him? Why would I? If he put half as much effort into trying to make friends as he did with his studies, he wouldn't be such an outcast. Doesn't always work that way. Felix isn't one to make small talk with others. He's almost always studying at his desk and he hates when people try to talk to him. So everyone just leaves him alone. I don't blame the guy for keeping to himself. He shouldn't have to force himself to talk to people just to fit in. That's not the point. You can mind your own business without being a jerk about it. Yeah, Lucas keeps to himself as well, but people don't hate him for no reason, do they? I mean, you don't know that. Think of it this way. Lucas may not be very outspoken, but he still gets invited to class parties. Felix could never. To be fair, I always figured those invitations came from you. It's not like I agree to many of them anyway. Yeah, but it still shows that people like you and want you around. No one wants Felix at one of our parties. It'd be like inviting a parent or a teacher. Total buzzkill. I just hate how obvious it is that he looks down on everyone for not being as smart as he is. Newsflash, no one cares that you know every element in the periodic table. You still have no friends. The what table? What's that? Also, why do you call him Metal Mouth? Because of the wires on his teeth? It's his nickname. At least, it's what Riley and Kat nicknamed him. Those wires are braces. He wears them because his teeth are crooked. At least, I think they are. I've never looked up close. Can't imagine why he wouldn't open his mouth to let his arch-nemesis inspect his teeth. By the way, Enoch, since you're in class now, be warned. Felix is totally the type of student who will remind the teacher to collect everyone's homework if she forgets. How kind of him! No, it isn't kind of him, it's evil. That's a bit far. Not only does he remind the teacher about homework, he'll ask her to assign more work. Can you believe that? Is that a bad thing? Yes, Enoch, it's a very bad thing. It is for Kat at any rate. She hates sitting down and having to do stuff like homework. A desk job is her literal worst nightmare. I don't like being stuck indoors for long periods of time. Sue me. Being stuck indoors for long periods of time sure sounds like torture, huh, Riley? Quiet, you. Anyway, I still remember the first time Felix asked Misfortune for more homework. It was his first week, so we didn't know him back then, and everyone thought he was messing with us. Turns out he was dead serious. He hadn't been making friends fast or anything, but after that incident, his popularity plummeted to rock bottom. No one wants to befriend the guy who threw the whole class under the bus. My theory is that Felix asks for more work because he has nothing better to do on his weekends. That makes it worse. It's not our fault he doesn't have anyone to hang out with, but we do. He has to take that away from us because his life sucks? He's so gonna become that cranky old neighbor who lives alone and yells at the kids to get off his lawn. Lawn? What lawn? Ooh, he's also the type of guy to throw a tantrum whenever he loses to a girl. For sure, he never grew out of his girls have cooties phase. Cooties? What's a... Ooh, here's another one. He's also the type of guy who actually reads the terms and conditions. Seriously, who does that? Terms and conditions? Terms and conditions of what? I'm so confused. Ooh, and another thing. Enoch's face becomes increasingly horrified the longer we go on. Lucas makes the most face I've ever seen him make as our comments on Felix take a turn towards the ridiculous. He's the type of guy who reads the news for fun, like an actual physical newspaper. What are we, in 2004? He's that annoying guy who will whine non-stop about how he definitely failed the test, only to get the highest score out of everyone in class. Okay, those can be a bit annoying, yes. You sure you two didn't rehearse this? It's sounding more and more like a diss track. We don't need to rehearse anything when it comes to Metal Mouth. Simply by existing, the dude gives us tons of material to work with. Also, did I mention he likes tests? Enoch stares blankly at Kat, who repeats herself for extra emphasis, as if concerned he didn't hear her right. Exams and tests. He likes them. Unironically, he thinks they are fun. That's bad too? Yes. Very, very bad. I think the only schoolwork Felix doesn't like is group projects, because those require working with other people. You know, human people, so it's not just him and his books. He actually has to interact with human beings. Yes, I too know what it's like to interact with human beings. What the hell was that? I shoot Enoch a pointed look, but Kat steamrolls ahead without giving his odd comment a second thought. Thankfully. Honestly, half the time I suspect that boy's not even human. Imagine not being human! You can't relate. What the hell was that? In a bid to deflect attention away from his random outburst, Enoch quickly turns to Lucas. Do you not like him either, Lucas? We don't have much of a relationship. I try to leave him alone. He usually only goes after Riley anyway. At least someone who's sensible in here. Told you he can't stand being shown up by a girl. I guess you could say it was hate at first sight for us. How can you hate someone before you've even gotten the chance to know them? No, that happens actually. Dude, it's just a metaphor. As much fun as dunking on Metal Mouth has been, I have to admit, working with him on a project does have its perks. Irritating as he is, he's an excellent student. You could tank the whole project by barely contributing, and he'd still carry you to a good grade. But you know what, that makes you the asshole of the group project then, if he's doing everything. Just say. The downside of that obviously is it involves dealing with him in the first place, which is an unpleasant experience to say the least. Unpleasant experience? You sound like you're speaking from... well, from experience. Because she is. She got stuck with him a few months back. She said it was the worst experience of my life. Just thinking back to those days makes my blood boil all over again. Did you know he gave more suggestions on my grammar and sentence structure than autocorrect did? I couldn't take a bathroom break in peace without him bugging me to come online and make some asinine edit to something I wrote. Bathroom break or nap break? Snack break actually, but you got me. Even so, didn't I deserve to unwind every now and then? He'd accuse me of procrastinating just because I didn't devote all of my time to our project like he did. How is that fair? Like I said, worst experience of my life. Wait, scratch that. Second worst. Not even Metal Mouth can trump the encounter I had with my drunk babysitter and the naked florist. You're what and the what now? It's a long story. Did you at least get a good grade because of Felix? Yeah, but it was a minor project, so I'm not sure the grade was worth the 7 years of my life he shaved off. Still, like I said, there's no denying he's the best student in school for a reason. He sounds exemplary. Is there no subject he struggles with? Well, he's never liked gym. There we go, stereotypical. I almost forgot. That makes me happy. Why? Because Kat's great at sports and it's the only thing Felix struggles with. Probably because it's the one subject he can't study for. I mean, you can, but Technically you can, it's called exercise. Well, there's also theories, like you can learn about the correct way to do your movements and stuff like that, but it depends on the kind of sport you're doing, of course. But it's not something you can memorize and regurgitate onto a written exam, which is why he struggles so much with it. Just wait until your first gym class, Enoch. You can tell Felix hates being bad at it. He hates being bad at anything, since he's so needlessly competitive. How bad can he be? He struggles with even the most basic of exercises. I heard he can't do a single push-up. And I heard it was rude to gossip about people behind their backs, which is why I'm not surprised that's exactly what you're doing. Ugh, what the? How long have you been standing there? Long enough. Creep. What do you want, Metal Mouth? What I want is for you to drop that insidious nickname. But we can't all get what we want, can we? Is that it? You came here to drop some stupid snide comment? Of course not. As if I have time to waste on that. No, I'm here for you. He jerks his chin in Enoch's direction. Me? What do you want with me? Miss Fortune told me to show you around since you're a new student. Of course, I'm giving the tour since I'm the class president. Ugh. She also says I'm your partner for the next few weeks until you're a little more settled in. You're to sit next to me in class and I'll check in on you from time to make sure you're coping with all the lessons. I have to sit with you? Did you have to utter that with such disdain in your voice? I'm sorry, that wasn't disdain. It was fear. Oh, cute. Excuse me? No, that's not what I... I'm sorry, sir. Did you just call me sir? No, ma'am. I mean, boss. I mean, Pooba. What the hell are you on about? Enoch casts me a panicked look. I realize Cat's horror stories have created such a bad impression of Felix that even the usually gregarious Enoch doesn't want to spend a second alone with him. I can't go with you, because, actually I can show Enoch around, tell Enoch to go with Felix. Oh. I mean, if he was anyone else, like, okay, so if Enoch wasn't an alien, I think it would actually be, maybe be good to tell him to go with Felix, because like he's positive, right? And he feels sorry for Felix, and I mean, I kind of want Felix to make friends. I mean, I don't know how much of what Fields have been talking about is true. I still think they're painting him in more of a negative light than he is, but who knows? So I feel like if anyone can become friends with Felix, it's Enoch, right? But Felix, being smart as he is, he's probably the first, like he would be the first to figure out the truth about Enoch, maybe? So that doesn't seem to be a good idea. Not so we want to keep being on Enoch's good side, so he's with me. Why don't I show Enoch around instead? That's not your call, Riley. Miss Fortune put me in charge, and as class president... Cat gags a little. Even Lucas can't resist rolling his eyes. I have a duty to follow through with her instructions. Yeah, well, I'm his roommate. You are? He turns to Enoch. My condolences. What's What's that supposed to mean? Look, if anyone's gonna be his partner, shouldn't it be the person who literally goes home with him? Besides, you'd hate spending time with Enoch because it means interacting with another human being, and you suck at that. Guys, I already said it's not your call, Riley. This has nothing to do with what I want. I'm doing this because it's my job. Why are you always like this? Seriously, why do you always make things difficult for me? Guys, I'm just saying, since we live together, looking out for Enoch would be the easiest thing to do. You are so unbelievable. Now you want me to go back to Miss Fortune and tell her I couldn't do the task she set me because you deliberately wanted to be a pain in my... Guys, please don't fight over me. Actually, I would much rather stick with Riley. Clearly afraid of Felix snapping at him, Enoch mumbles that last part so softly, no one can hear him. What did you say? I said that I'd rather stick with Riley. If that's alright with you, sir. Felix looks offended and his scowl deepens. Fine. I don't know why I bothered arguing with you lot, since you do whatever you want anyway. He turns on his heel and storms off. Yeesh, you'd think we insulted him somehow. Nice job standing up to him, Big E, and on your first day too. Up top. Kat holds her hand up to Enoch for a high five. What are you doing? Are you trying to catch something? He cranes his neck upwards, presumably scouring the skies for whatever it is he thinks Kat is holding her hand out to catch. He doesn't do high fives. Oh, right. I mean, you don't even know what a handshake is. My bad. Also, Big E? Are we just glossing over that, or...? So, if Felix isn't giving me a tour, then... Yeah, don't worry, I'll show you around. If you're done with lunch, we can have that tour right now. Great, but first I need to use the bathroom. How long is this break going on for anyway? Once he knocks out of earshot, I turn back to Lucas and Kat. So, now that you've met Enoch, thoughts? Precious. Exhausting. Pure. Exasperating. He is good boy, too good for this world. If only you knew. And you're both right, to be honest. He's too chatty for my liking. Surprise, surprise! Can you imagine waking up every day to that much energy? Seriously, I can't even imagine it. Well, I'm not surprised you feel that way. Remember how long Lucas took to warm up to me? That's different. You weren't as annoying as he is. You barely know the guy. Give him a chance. You barely know him either. You barely knew me when we first met, and now look at us. Who would have thought? Relax. I'm not saying I hate him or anything. Just... he'll take some getting used to. With Enoch at school now, I guess we'll be seeing a lot more of him in the coming weeks. I just hope I can keep his secret for that long. Thankfully, the rest of the day passes without further incident. Enoch adapts to the remaining lessons relatively well. Since he's sitting behind me, I've taken on the responsibility of sharing my notes with him, despite half expecting him to get bored and start doodling on them. However, he is surprisingly, or perhaps unsurprisingly, enraptured by almost every lesson, even when he clearly understands very little of the historical and scientific concepts being taught. Math, at the very least, he understands. I suppose for an alien society to function like any other civilization, they too need an understanding of basic mathematics. That does mean, however, that math is the lesson in which the aforementioned doodles appear on my notes. Check it out, Riley. What's that supposed to be? It's a crepe. Stop drawing on my notes. Before I realize it, the day is over, and I can breathe a sigh of relief. I actually got through an entire day of school with an alien classmate, and no one was any the wiser. That's a great idea. What is? Kat was telling me about the group project you guys need partners for. I just told him about the vote we had yesterday. You know, when I was betrayed, backstabbed and bamboozled by the two of you. Remember? Need I remind you that holding a vote was your idea? Anyway, I was thinking, since your roommate's attending school now, he can partner up with me. Wait, seriously? Kat wraps an arm around Enoch's shoulder and pulls him in close. Friendship ended with Riley and Lucas. Now Enoch is my best friend. Wait, what? I don't want to ruin your friendship. They started at first, when they betrayed, backstabbed and... Yes, we know, jeez. You really want to work with Enoch? Sure, he's a student now, isn't he? This way we'll get to know each other better. Isn't that right, Enoch? Exactly. Why are you being weird about this, Riley? Can't I work with your roommate? Or are you the only one who can spend time with him? No, that's not it at all. By all means, team up. I can't really think of a feasible argument to stop this from happening. This is what Enoch wants too, not just to make more human friends, but to be friends with my friends, specifically. And Kat does need a partner. Although, knowing these two, it'd be a miracle if either of them got any work done. That's what I was thinking, yeah. So, what happens now? Do we get to hang out after school, like a real group of teenagers? I don't know why you're phrasing it that way, since we are a real group of teenagers. Perfectly normal, ordinary teenagers. Right, Enoch? Right, of course we are. I'd love to hang out and discuss our project, Enoch, but I'm afraid it'll have to wait. Yeah, Kat has soccer practice. How about just us then, Lucas? You, me, and Riley. No thanks. Why not? I can't. I have stuff to do. Stuff? Stuff. Things. I'm busy. Aww. Enoch, before you leave, what's your number? My number? Yeah, dude, I'll add you to our group chat. Not the sacred... What? Not the sacred chats. You're adding him? Oh, actually, maybe that's a bad idea. But I still want your number, Enoch. And that way we can discuss our project without meeting face to face. You mean, like my lucky number? Kat's asking for your phone number. Oh, but I don't have a phone number. Or a phone. You should get one, Enoch. You'll be hard-pressed finding someone in this day and age without a phone. Brilliant idea. Riley, let's go to the phone store immediately and... No. Come on, Enoch, let's go home. Okay. Oh. So how jealous was Lucas there, or did he just really not want to spend more time with Enoch? Bit of both, maybe. Home sweet home. And skin sweet skin. You. Never do that again. Do what? Never sneak out of the house and go anywhere without telling me. I'm sorry, Riley. But at the same time, I'm not. I can't believe I got to attend an Earthling school. That was the most fun I've had on Earth yet. Let's see if you still think that in a couple months in. So, Riley, what are your plans for the evening? Why do you ask? I want to do something together. It's not like you have a lot of homework, do you? And this time, I would know. You only have 2 worksheets to do? You make that sound like it's nothing. What matters is, you're not as busy as last night, right? Right? I'm free, I'm not free. Let's have some fun. Yeah, I guess I'm wait, I just remembered. Aren't we supposed to meet up with Lucas later? I was thinking about this when I started this episode, but oh no. I hope this didn't. Oh, well, I already made the choice. Yeah, I guess I'm free. What was it you wanted to do tonight anyway? Do you remember when we went looking for my spaceship? That was literally last night. Why? It's possible that during my arrival on Earth while I was spiraling out of control, I might have scattered some things around the city. What kind of things? Some personal items I brought with me from Zexalia. Nothing incriminating, of course, but I would like them back. When we checked my ship last night, they were gone. Because my ship was badly damaged, I think it's possible they fell out during the flight. I'd like to retrace my steps to try and find them. Now that the hype surrounding my arrival is dying down, it's the perfect time to go look, wouldn't you say? If they fell out of your ship during their disastrous descent, they could have landed anywhere in the city. We'd be embarking on a scavenger hunt with 0 leads. How would we even retrace your steps, so to speak? If you take me back to the park tonight, I can grab a copy of my ship's flight path from the built-in tracking system. What do humans call it? GSP? GPS? That's the one. So, can we? Oh, that's not happening. Not tonight, at least. What? Why not? You went out today without my permission. I have to give you some sort of punishment for disobeying me, don't I? It was my one and only rule to not leave the apartment by yourself, and you broke it. I mean, I wouldn't call it your one and only rule. You also tell me not to say humans and Earthlings when we're out in public. To protect your secret identity, you won't let me use your laptop. For good reason. You refuse to let me cook in your kitchen. Because I don't want to die in a fire. I'm just saying you have a lot more than one rule. I'm about to make it 2 nights in a row you can't go out for all that backtalking you just did. No, please, I'll be good, I swear. That night, Enoch and I have a simple dinner and chat about his first day at school. We eventually come to an agreement to check out the park tomorrow after school and collect his flight path data then. About 10 minutes past 7, Lucas calls me. Oh no. Yo, what's up? Hey, you almost here? Almost where? Oh no. I didn't realize that choice before. I should have known. I should have known. You forgot, didn't you? No. I hurried to clear the table of dirty dishes, phone squished between my ear and shoulder as Enoch shoots me a quizzical look. In fact, I'm offended you think I'm such a bad friend that I could possibly ever, in a million years, forget about the thing we're doing today. Lucas chuckles, then sighs almost resignedly. The disappointment is palpable in his voice, no matter how he tries to hide it. Sorry. Movie, 7:15, free tickets. I invited you yesterday. Yep, totally forgot. I'm sorry. I knew it was happening, it was just in the moment. When Enoch asked about free time, I thought it was like maybe just the time right after school. No. God dang it. Listen, if it's too much of a rush, then don't worry about it. I'll be fine watching it on my own and I don't want you to... No, it's fine. I can easily make it there in 5 minutes? I'll make it, I promise. Okay, I'll wait. See ya. He hangs up as I toss the dishes into the sink. What's wrong? I'm watching a movie with Lucas tonight. I can't believe I forgot. Ooh, can I come? Did you forget I'm supposed to be punishing you for disobeying me today? Why would I take you to the cinema with me? Because I'm your roommate and friend and you love me and want me to be happy? You're seriously not bored of movies yet. There's a difference between watching movies while imprisoned in this apartment and watching it with friends in a real earthling movie theater. I mean, imprisoned is a strong word. Come on, hurry up, Lucas is waiting. Plus, I get to spend time with Lucas. You want to spend time with Lucas? Of course I do. You, me and him, the three of us all hanging out together. It'll be fun. As you humans say, the more the merrier. We also say three's a crowd. Not that I mind Enoch tagging along, I just don't think Lucas would be cool with him showing up when he expects it to only be the two of us. I know Lucas won't voice his opinion on Enoch joining us, but it wouldn't exactly be a pleasant surprise. Invite Enoch or leave Enoch at home? No. I'm sorry. But that's right. Lucas wouldn't want it. It would be awkward. And also, yeah, we said we would punish Enoch, so home it is for you. Sorry, Enoch, but I'm not sure how comfortable Lucas would be with someone that's basically a stranger coming along. But I'm not a stranger. Am I? I mean, he's met me twice now. You'll need to give him some time to get to know you first. Then, won't this be a good opportunity for that? I don't know. Seeing the crestfallen look on his face that he's doing a bad job of disguising, I scramble to find another, slightly less hurtful excuse. Plus, I don't know if we have time to secure another ticket, so... Even though it's free... Well, that's fine. I get it. I don't want your friend to feel uncomfortable around me. I'll just wait home alone. As usual. I'm really sorry. That's okay. It doesn't bother me. Said Enoch, obviously bothered. I hurry to get changed. Enoch is waiting by the door when I re-enter the living room. Tell Lucas I said hi. Sure thing. And tell me all about the movie. I will. And make sure you... Enoch, I'm going to be late. Heh, sorry. Have fun. I make it to the theater 5 minutes late. Lucas is standing near the concession stand, phone in hand as per usual, eyes glued to the screen. He looks up as I approach. Hey, sorry I'm late. No worries. You know it's all ads for the first 15 minutes anyway. Shall we? I personally still hate to be late. I want to sit in that theater before anything happens. But that's just me. Lead the way. How dare you! Ow! What the hell? You were looking at my skirt. No, I wasn't. Yes, you were. I really wasn't. It doesn't matter. You came close. Cut that out. Ugh. Spare me. Spare me indeed. Spare me another minute of this awful movie. Lucas seems to be enjoying it though. I don't want him to feel bad about inviting me just because our tastes in movies are different. I guess it's not all bad. The animations really are as breathtaking as he promised. So, what do you think? An hour or so later, we've stepped out of the theater and back onto the streets. Lucas watches me silently, awaiting my verdict. I think it was visually stunning. But you didn't think the story was anything to write home about, did you? I didn't say that. We've been friends long enough that I can tell what's on your mind, Riley. You can say it. I won't take offense or anything. I don't want to be one of those guys that tears something apart because of the story. I mean, isn't that why most movies bomb at the box office? I suppose the story is the meat of the movie. And that's what I'm saying. It's always the first and the easiest part of a movie to criticize. Because everyone thinks they can write a story, can't they? Everyone has their own ideas on which direction the plot should take or how characters should behave. They can point these things out without needing to justify their opinion with an art degree or musical talent. So I'm not judging the movie on that. The story beats didn't work for me, but objectively speaking, it wasn't bad. That was a really roundabout way of saying you didn't like the movie. Well, I mean, I did think the animation was superb. Thanks for watching it with me, Riley. I know these movies aren't your cup of tea, but I had fun all the same. Likewise. Oh, it's you. Someone taps me on the shoulder. Oh no. I turn and recognize the girl standing behind us as the one who invited me and Enoch to join her at the Lazy Lounge last night. Oh, hey. Fancy meeting you here. It's a small world. Is it? I mean, isn't this where we met the first time? I don't see your boy toy around. Who? Enoch? The boy toy? Did he finally wisen up and dump you for someone else? Excuse me? I'm just saying, cute boy like him, he could do a lot better for himself. Hey, what's your problem? Oh, easy there. No need to be a knight in shining armor. She regards Lucas with mild curiosity. And who's this? He's just my friend. No offense, but I'm not sure why you're so curious about who I hang out with. That's twice now you've approached me unprompted. Geez, why the cold shoulder? I only wanted to say hello. How will you ever make new friends if you're always so prickly to people you don't know? I was only curious to know what movie you were watching. It was that romantic comedy, wasn't it? With all due respect, I don't think that's any of your business. Wow, I've never seen Lucas this openly hostile to a stranger before. Alright, chill. I'll see you around, I guess. She leaves without another word. Lucas raises an eyebrow at me. That was a pleasant conversation. Come on, let's go. Week 1, Wednesday. Well, I think one day is enough for now. Whew. That could have been a lot more uncomfortable. I mean, because that girl either way was just making assumptions. I thought she would point out that we said that Enoch was our boyfriend, so that would have been kind of awkward. And either way, I know that me still going between Enoch and Lucas is making things awkward on its own, of course, but I don't know, it's hard to choose still. And I mean, it's just a demo, so I'm trying things out. Anyway, yeah, that was it for today. Appreciating your thoughts, please drop them in the comments below, and we'll see ourselves with Wednesday back next time. Until then, bye bye!